Hey friends, welcome to the Platt X2 channel. My name is Joan. On this channel we talk all things physical media, so movies, music, and books. If you're not that kind of thing, go ahead and subscribe down below for more of that kind of content. Friends, this is a pickups video, and this is all thrifting places. So we've got Goodwill, consignment stores, Salvation Army, and all of it's from those kinds of places. So all thrifting, so really cheap prices on all of this stuff. And I'm excited to share with you what I found in these various different places. So the first thing I'll show you is I went to do some thrifting at a library sale and a couple communities away from me recently. And I found this one. It's one that I found at the Dollar Book Shuffle probably a year or so ago. And I foolishly didn't pick it up. And I wish I had in retrospect. And when I went back, it was gone. But I'm so glad I found it. The disc was absolutely mint. And it's one of James Stewart's final performances. And it was a TV film. And it's called Mr. Krueger's Christmas, starring Jimmy Stewart. And so I'm really excited to check this one out. I'm going to hold off to watch this later on in the holiday season, around Christmas time. So looking forward to this, as I'm a huge James Stewart fan. I think this was on the IMDb list of the fourth last thing he did before his career came to an end. So anyway, I am looking forward to checking this one out. I've only heard really good things about it. Next, I'll show you what I picked up at Salvation Army. Got to go there with my good friend John as he was in town. We got to do some thrifting together. I found 2 CDs that I'm looking forward to check out. We'll see if they stay in the collection. I've never had either of them before, but was interested in checking them out. Sinead O'Connor, looking forward to checking this one out. It's got some songs in there that I do know, classics. And this one from an artist who I've never had any of his work, but I've always been interested in it and glad I finally have it. I have listened through this and I absolutely love it. Sufjan Stevens, Greetings from Michigan, the Great Lakes State. So I am looking forward to picking up more of his stuff. I've already gone on Amazon and added a few things to my list of albums of his I want to check out. Really have enjoyed this one so far. I listened to it probably 2 or 3 times and really great. So thankful to have that. So that was, I think those were $1 each from Salvation Army. Next is another little tiny thrift store. And we went there, my friend John and I, and this is one we found, and it was for $1. I know it just got a 4K release, but on Blu-ray, it's just fine. And it is Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat. I know the titles are interchangeable, but Edge of Tomorrow, really excited to have this one in the collection. I don't have a ton of Tom Cruise. I'm not a giant Tom Cruise fan. I do like him, but this is one that I love him in. So anyway, glad to have this one in the collection. Next is from a little consignment store, and then I've got a pile of Goodwill from 3 different Goodwills. There's a little tiny consignment store by me, and every time I go in there, I have like a success rate of about 5% there. Every time I go in, it's nothing. It's the same old dusty stuff, and then I'll go in like maybe 1 out of 10 times, and it'll be just a pile of brand new stuff, and I'll always find some cool stuff in there. So anyway, this time, no difference. I found some cool, this time was one of those times where they had a pile of great stuff. So I found 3 titles for a total of $2. This first one is a Neil Simon film, including an artist, an actor who I absolutely love, trying to get as much of his material as possible, his filmography. And I didn't have this one, and so this is Walter Matthau in Plaza Suite. Really excited to have found this one. The disc is mint on that. This was $1. And then this one actually had a slipcover on it. It was weird. It was a 2-film collection, but it was 2 separately wrapped films in this one larger wrapped thing with the slipcover. And so both of these, they sold for $1 total. Both of them were still individually sealed. And so I'm really excited to have both of these. So they're technically 50 cents a piece. The first one is Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt in The Devil's Own. I have seen this probably 2 or 3 times, and I do enjoy this one. And this one I haven't seen this one maybe since it came out. Clint Eastwood, John Malkovich, Rene Russo in The Line of Fire. So I've never owned this one. Really excited to have this one in the collection and to revisit it after such a long time, having not seen it. All right, next is all Goodwill, and this is from 3 different Goodwills, I believe. And I have 1 book, I have some vinyl, and then it's just movies, and I'll get some really cool movie finds. But the first thing I'll show you is I recently picked up, I went in there and I found 3 albums from Aerosmith, Billy Joel, and the Grateful Dead. None of which I listened to those artists I never listened to them. But those are the vinyl that I found, and I got them all for a total of $3, and I didn't want them, but I knew that they were worth something. And so what I did was I went down the street and I traded them in my local record store to grab an album that I've wanted for a long time, that I've been looking at for quite some time. And I love this. It is such an incredible album, and it is Mavis Staples. This album is so good, and it's a limited edition release. And I'll show you the vinyl here. It's really beautiful. And so glad to have this one. It also has a card in here of the original album artwork. So here is the really cool. So anyway, I traded those 3 in and picked that one up, and really excited to have that one in the collection. Then I went in on another day and picked this one up for $1. The vinyl was in mint condition, and it is Walt Disney's Mary Poppins original cast soundtrack. So we actually listened to this one the other day as a family while eating dinner, and it was a lot of fun singing the songs together. So really glad to have that, especially for $1. Then I'll show you one book, and then we're going just straight movies. So this one is called Between the Dark and the Daylight by Joan Chidester. I'm a big fan of her work, and it's looks super boring. The dust jacket had some like shady, it looked shady. There were some stains on there that I couldn't get out with Clorox wipes, and it weirded me out. But anyway, this is about all the contradictions in life, embracing contradiction in life. And so I am a fan of her work. There's nothing that I can show you. It's a blue book. It's really great. I'm really excited to have it in the collection. So that's that. Now let's go straight to movies. All right, this one was a crazy good find. I never find this stuff. As of late, I haven't found any of this kind of stuff, but it was a mint condition, 1934, Treasure Island. Really excited to look into this one. I've never seen this film, didn't even know about its existence. Looking forward to watching that. So this next film I found, it's one that I'd never heard of, and because I live under a rock apparently, but it's a Richard Linklater film, and I looked it up, and it's highly regarded, and I am looking forward to checking it out. One of the most acclaimed animated films of the year, and it is Waking Life. So I've never heard of this film. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen this film and what you think of this film. I am looking forward to checking it out, and we'll see if it stays in the collection or not, but I thought it was a pretty interesting find. Glad to have found that. Next, I have 3 different television shows for you. And this first one is sealed. I was so excited to find this one. I will say my Goodwill jacked the price on this one. This should be $2 at my Goodwill. I'm not complaining because it's still a great price, but it was $6, which is still less than half what Amazon's selling it for. And it's sealed. I'll probably never find it sealed in a Goodwill, but it's sealed, and I wanted at least one season of this television show, and so I'm excited to have it. It's the Golden Girls first season, and it is sealed. Got it for $6. I'd rather have paid $2, but $6 is fine. It's okay. But Golden Girls, love that show. I just wanted one season of it, and I got it. This one wasn't one that I was hunting for, but as soon as I saw it, I found it today actually. As soon as I saw it, I had to pick it up because it was $2. And I thought, you know what, this is one of those shows where at least I want one season in my collection, and it is Colombo season 3. What's so cool about this season? If you look in the liner notes, it's got a bunch of different guest stars. So you got Vincent Price is in here, Martin Sheen is in here, and then my favorite one in here, there's an episode of this show called Swan Song, and it is guest starring Johnny Cash. Guest stars as a country and western singer who may also be a murderer. We're going to find out. Well, Colombo will tell me. He'll find out for sure. Excited to have this one in the collection. All the discs are mint. And then this one is, again, one of those shows where if I could have one season, that'd be great. I just need one season to check it out every once in a while. And it is The Odd Couple season 4. I was so pumped to find this one. Really glad to have this one in the collection. And now we are all Blu-rays. And these are all from a couple, 2 or 3 different Goodwills. This one I picked up just the other day when I picked up the Mary Poppins vinyl. This was $2, and it is Maleficent. Haven't seen this one, but I'm going to check it out, see if it'll stay in the collection. Next one, this one is sealed. This is the 3D Blu-ray DVD combo, and that's really cool artwork on the outside. Again, it is sealed. I don't think I've seen this before, but it'll be a fun, at least one-time watch. It's got some great cast. Christoph Waltz is in it, Seth Rogen's in it, and it is the Green Hornet. Haven't seen it. It's worth $2 for a one-time watch. At least if I like it though, it'll stay if it's fun. Anyway, Glad to found that one. And then this last one, I have not seen this one or any of these films, and I'm still working my way through the films that came first, the Harry Potter films. But I found this one with the digital code, slipcover, and it is Fantastic Beasts, and where to find them, it was $2 at Goodwill, so I had to grab it to at least check it out. So anyway, friends, that's what I found just thrifting, Salvation Army, consignment stores, and Goodwill as of late. Let me know what you think if you've seen some of those, or read those, or listened to those. Friends, thanks so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope you're doing well. Please do take care of yourself. We'll see you next time.